Hey guys, with UFC Freedom 250 just being announced, there's a few topics I want to talk about surrounding it, which is going to be about the lightweight title fight and the heavyweight title fight. Gane getting just his fifth title fight. Happens all the time, especially when you're extremely dominant and win the belt pretty often. Nah, I'm just kidding. All right, we'll start off with the lightweight title fight. Now, I'll get this image up. Why not? This is Justin's only path to victory right here. Let's get that modern frame. We all know what we're talking about here. Justin's only path to victory here. But anyway, let's talk about this guy, Arman Tsarukyan. I'm not the biggest fan of Arman. I will say that there is very legit reasons why he isn't getting the title fight. We'll start off with what happened back at UFC 300. So, for those of you who don't know, while Arman was walking out at UFC 300, he punched a fan in the crowd and then got a pretty close split decision win over Charles Oliveira, which was a title eliminator bout. And he got a 6-month suspension after punching that fan in the crowd. And then after his suspension, while they were waiting for Islam to be ready for his title fight, because he had fought Dustin Poirier, which was 302, not about, but was at 302, and then Islam, being Islam, needs his time between his title fights. And then Arman, in the meantime, was offered Gamrot, a revenge fight where he arguably won, and he rejected that, and he waited for his title bout, which he did get in the end, and then pulled out the day of the fight. A lot of people are saying back pain. I'm thinking it's a misweight situation. I think Dana has somewhat confirmed that. He kind of said it. And Arman has been chosen, he's always been the reserve fighter for the last couple lightweight title fights, and he has made weight, so the reason he's not getting it now as well is because they snubbed him from that title bout at 324, which was Gaethje versus Paddy. A little bit interesting. I would have given Arman the title fight, but they thought, Paddy's a big name. That's a big fight between him and Ilya. And Justin, we could take him out of those top rankings. Paddy would easily beat him. And then Justin, not his fault, but Justin beat Paddy. And now that's really screwed over Arman. And honestly, who cares about Ilya versus Justin? No one really wants to see that. We all know the result. So hopefully, assuming Arman doesn't go and punch people in wrestling matches anymore, I don't care if he gets riled up by a stupid teenager. He should be the more mature person and not punch people in a wrestling match. And then he's doing all these side quests, which are pretty funny. His social media side quests have been very good recently, but Arman probably needs one more fight. Maybe he could fight Holloway. I think he would probably get it done pretty easily. Maybe a rematch with Charles. BMF doesn't really matter, but a rematch with Charles would be interesting considering how close their first fight was. And it would be interesting to see how they both go over 5 rounds, especially with Charles adopting that wrestler-heavy style. I don't think he would submit Arman. He was struggling to submit Max a bit, even though Max is very good on the ground. Arman is certainly better. So maybe those are 2 fights they could book. If not, just he can sit around and wait and then fight for the title if he doesn't want to fight anyone else. But yeah, that's a lightweight situation. It's very difficult, and then you want Ilya also to fight Islam. You probably want him to have the Arman fight before he goes up, or if he comes up. And then, yeah. Or he could even... I wouldn't put him against Islam at 170. That would be silly. But yeah, him versus Ilya hopefully happens towards at least the end of the year. But yeah, now this is the one I want to talk about. How's that looking up there? Let's see if we can shift that around. Can I? There we go. Hopefully that's a bit better. That should be good. All right. This fucking idiot, right? I fucking hate this guy. And if you're not French and you like this guy, you're an op. There we go. That's better. Yeah, you're an absolute fucking op if you like this guy. Let's talk about Cyril Gane for a bit. So this is his title fight against Tai Tuivasa for the interim belt, while Ngannou, I think it only happened 4 months after Ngannou claimed the belt. I'm pretty sure. I'm going off memory here. But he did beat Tai Tuivasa fair and square, and this was good Tai Tuivasa when he could knock people out. I think he was fresh off knocking out Derek Lewis. And then this was, maybe not a reasonable interim heavyweight belt, because I'm pretty sure it only happened 4 months after Francis went for his belt, got the belt off Stipe. So claims the interim belt, could be the future at heavyweight, and then loses to Ngannou, which is fair. Ngannou's very good. But with the UFC situation at the time, it's pretty public that Dana did not and does not like Francis. Definitely wasn't ideal for the company at the time. And then not too long after, I'm not sure how long when, but Francis vacates the belt. And then we get the infamous battle. Well, not battle. This wasn't a fucking battle. That doesn't look good. There we go. That's all right. We get this shit can fight. John Jones perfectly ducks Francis Ngannou and gets his heavyweight title fight at UFC 285 against the challenger of Ngannou, Cyril Gane. And he gets submitted in 2 minutes even. 2 to 3 minutes. Which, shit. John Jones is now the champ. He's been inactive for 3 years. Oh, he just wasn't fighting for 3 years. Waiting for that perfect moment to go for a heavyweight belt, and he gets it pretty easily. Now, in the meantime, I don't have an image for this one, so I'll keep talking with this one in the background. Gane fights Alexander Volkov, I believe. I believe that's his only fight in between Jones and his most recent title fight. And I'll say sorry. I was watching that fight, and fight ended. I was so convinced that Volkov won. I just went to the bathroom, did my thing, and then I came back, and Cyril Gane was getting interviewed. And I was extremely pissed off. I was so confused. I don't know if it was at fucking UFC Paris. I don't think it was. But I did not see in any shape or form how fucking Cyril Gane won that fight. That was complete bullshit. It wouldn't make sense to rig it for Cyril Gane, considering he's had 3 title fights at that point. So yeah, an absolute rubbish win for Cyril Gane. Shouldn't grant him a title shot, And he's lost his last 2 title fights. But what did they decide to do? What did the UFC decide to do? Well, they don't give it to him against Jones because, Jones wants to fight Stipe. He doesn't want to fight the interim champ, Tom Aspinall, who would certainly kick his ass. And, we'll go back to the Jones fight quickly before I go on to the next thing. But then Cyril Gane, doesn't do a single favor for the company. He made John Jones the champ. And then he holds onto the belt for 730 odd days, I think it was. Maybe longer, something in that realm. Doesn't fight the interim champ. Fights a fucking unk in Stipe. Stipe's good, but not 40. You don't give 42-year-old Stipe a title shot. That's like giving fucking Dan Henderson the title shot at 46 years old, ranked 13th, hardly fighting at the time. That's what that Jones and Stipe fight was on par with. But yeah. And then John Jones is pretty much forced to vacate the belt. And then they give Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall's the champ now. He's the proper heavyweight champ. And now they give him Cyril Gane. I know this is skipping ahead a bit. Oh, we'll try to keep some people's names out of that. I'll just expose some people. My bad. How's that looking? I hope that's okay. We'll go with this. This should be okay. Sorry if it's not. And by the way, I can't tell if the quality of the videos, like in terms of screen definition, is good or bad. It looks bad on my computer, and then it looks okay when I'm watching it on my phone. So I will try and fix it if it's fucked right now. But yeah, I'll try to fix that. Anyways, back to this. Cyril Gane. You could make a case he was maybe winning the first round. Then again, who cares? Poked. No, I won't do my Tom Aspinall. It's not very good. But yeah, double eye pokes Tom Aspinall. Just as deep as it gets. Pause. And then ruins UFC 321. Something I stayed up 8 hours for. From 10 p.m. till 6 a.m., something like that. 5 a.m. maybe, 7 hours. But yeah, point being, just ruins Tom Aspinall's chance of defending his belt. I think he would have kicked Cyril Gane's ass. Maybe not in the first round, but probably in the second or third. And he's completely fucked over heavyweight, which is already a shit division, without a real proper champ in the last... since fucking Francis, honestly. No real champ since Francis. I don't care if John Jones beat Cyril Gane and ducked Francis. I don't care if he defended his belt against Stipe. And then Aspinall doing his best. He waited to fight John Jones, and then Jones ducked it. He even defended his fucking interim belt against Curtis Blades. Not something Arman Tsarukyan would do. Arman wouldn't go back and fight fights he's lost, but Tom Aspinall would. Point being, now, what was just announced the other day, we all know about this. Fuck. I'm not happy. No one... Actually, no, that's a lie. I want to see this fight, but I'm just mad at the situation. How much Cyril Gane has fucked over the UFC in so many ways. It's unreal how he's fucked over the UFC. Yes, this is the fight to make it heavyweight, but fuck, at least make Cyril Gane get a win over like a Waldo, like do a Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Cyril Gane. I think Waldo could beat him. I think Waldo would knock him out on the feet. Waldo is very legit. Maybe make him fight Volkov for the third time. I don't give a shit if he's beat him twice. He hardly beat him in either of those fights. Make him fight, I don't know, he hasn't fought Sergey, has he? Sergey's fought like a pussy his last couple fights. Sergey, I know you would beat me up, but you have fought like an absolute pussy since getting knocked out by Aspinall. It's such a shit division that you kind of have to give Gane the title fight. It's so fucking annoying. I swear a lot. But I'm very, very furious about this. I'm happy for Pereira to have a chance of being the first triple champ. The things he has done for the company in 2024, 3 title fights, 3 pretty decisive. The Khalil fight, I'll yap about it for like 30 seconds. Khalil was meant to fight Jamal Hill a little bit after 300, I believe. And then Khalil tested for some... Oh, it wasn't even after... I think it was before 300. Something like that. But Khalil tested positive for some substance. Probably wasn't his fault. I am sometimes like on the fence about it. Like, oh, it's not his fault. He shouldn't be punished too hard for it. And then others say, oh, it's not my fault. And then I'm like, okay, no, fuck you, dude. You definitely took steroids on purpose. Point being, Khalil was meant to fight Jamal Hill a whiles back, and then he would have likely been Jamal Hill and then become the number 1 contender and then fought Alex. So I think they just kind of skipped that Jamal Hill fight and then gave Khalil the title fight. That's why he got the title fight. That's what I think, at least. And he put in a pretty decent performance against Alex first few rounds, and then, yeah, just gassed out. But point being, I've yapped. And then Alex lost his belt, got it back really quick. And then says, fuck it, I'm going to move up to heavyweight to give Yuri the chance of being a champion. I would love to live in a universe where Alex and Yuri are both the champs. Even if Alex isn't the full heavyweight champ, that would put a smile on my face regardless if Yuri and Alex can both be champ. But yeah. And it's probably Alex's second last fight, and then he'll fight. If he wins, he fights Aspinall. I think if he loses, he retires. I think that cut down back to 205, considering how much fucking size and muscle he will put on. I think he'd be 230, 240 at least, of just almost like just brute muscle, and then to keep his cardio there still. So he doesn't need it. He'll probably get rugby tackled by Aspinall. But yeah, Cyril Gane fucks over the company in every way, gets 5 title fights. Arman Tsarukyan does the same thing and then gets one title fight, and he fucked up on that title fight. And he's had chances since that they could have given it to him. But yeah, I don't see how both these guys fuck over the company and one just gets all the treatment in the world. Like, Cyril Gane, is he a decent fighter? Yeah. Could he beat me up? Yeah. But yeah, it's strange how he's wiggled his way into so many title fights. It's pretty frustrating. But yeah, I'm excited for this fight though, regardless. It's going to be a good one. The UFC might let Justin sneak him with a weapon and shoot Ilya up for that belt, so an American's guaranteed to win when an American doesn't have to beat another American for the win. That Kyle Dawkins fight, I'm going to predict this shit now. I think Kyle Dawkins gets a really quick knockout against whoever the fuck he's fighting. I don't know who he's fighting, but he's fighting in April, and then he's booked for the White House as well, which, what the fuck has Kyle Dawkins done? Like, truly? I'll look up this shit real quick. Kyle Dawkins. I know he's fighting in April, if you'll bear with me. I know this is an absolute yap fest. Oh. It's been cancelled. All right. Okay, so it's not going to be as bad. I guess they cancelled it because you don't want to book a guy for 2 fights and risk him getting injured. So that's good. The UFC won't rig a fight for him to be for him to win. But yeah, White House card prelims. Like, there are some good ones. I will enjoy Steve Garcia, Lopez. I'll probably go for a big long wee during Bo Nickel and Kyle Dawkins. They're just going to give it to Bo Nickel, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if Kyle Dawkins is American. They just want Bo Nickel to be ranked. So annoying. What's after that? It's not this a Harvey fight, is it? No, it's not. Oh my god, I'm yapping, guys. I'm sorry. I'm passionate. Ruffy Chandler. Chandler slimed. He'll come out firing. Probably drop Ruffy at some point, and then Ruffy will do his Charles Oliveira shit and kill him. And then Zahabi probably could wrestle fuck Sean O'Malley. I'm praying Piera knocks the fuck out of Cyril Gane. We are all hoping for that. Fuck any French watching this. We are hoping for Pereira to kill Cyril Gane because he doesn't deserve a 6th title fight against Aspinall, even if he's the fucking interim champ. Aspinall should just duck him like John Jones did to him and then go to boxing with Eddie Hearn and get 50 mil a fight. But yeah, that's it for this yap. Overall, fuck Cyril Gane. Arman, I feel kind of bad for you, but I don't like you. Justin Gaethje, just sneak a weapon into the Oval Office. That's all you got to do, bro. That's all you got to do. But yeah, I'll be making more videos this week. I'm going to release my predictions pretty soon for this upcoming fight night. I'm super excited for this one. I'm very happy about this upcoming fight night between Emmett and Vallejos. Predictions video out sometime this week. I might make some changes. Actually, no, I've recorded it. I'll stick with those predictions for now, and then I might change on the day. I might post on my story on Instagram. Go follow me on Instagram at Center MMA. Twitter coming soon. Thank you guys. I love you all. Bye-bye.